Alright, welcome back guys for some more Exotic Industries, and you'll see that I did get this expanded out so that we can run even more batteries through here. But I'm thinking that we're going to empty all of these. Basically just do this all the way down like that. Leave that as the very last one, and then do the same up here. We're going to move this whole area out of here. I need to keep this area, but I built it just a little bit too close because I want to expand this out and put a second one in here, because we need one battery for every one of these electronic parts that we're making, and we're just not keeping enough of them. So I'm gonna see if I can get this worked back to not lose us any of our petroleum gas here. It's not a whole lot, it's not that big a deal, but I don't really want to waste it if I don't have to. And if I do this, it should work it all the way back to here. That is empty, so now we can go ahead and clear that recipe as well. And we can just take this right on back, and I'm going to do this a little bit different anyways, because we want these to be our first to go, rather than it gets split like it has been. We want to make sure if we have the benzol that it runs first. And I think actually what we might do, I do want to look and see real quick, is there going to be another way of getting benzol? So this one gives us 1010 and then residual, which we could run through there. And then this one gives us 30 and 15. This is the one we're currently doing. And yeah, that's it. Okay. So this is going to be our only way of getting benzol, which we're using for our plastic. And we will eventually have this recipe where we won't need the benzol, but that'll be a little while. And the great thing about it is it's going to use coal coke, which means that we'll have less of the other issue we're going to talk about today. So we're probably not going to be putting in too many more of these. So I think we're just going to take this out. Yeah. We're just going to take this out for the moment. Except I do want to cut that because we are going to reuse it. We're just going to move it up a bit. And these guys have a place to drop off that coal, so that won't really be an issue. And we're going to take this opportunity to fix this just a little bit, because I have this coal coming up through right here, and we're going to move it over. And we're actually going to have this come over this way, I believe will be better. Because what I'm thinking is that I want to have, because I'm going to copy this up here. We're going to take and copy this whole area right here. And we're going to flip it around like this. Difference is going to be we're going to use, yeah, we're just going to flip the thing here. So we want to put this right here. So then we're going to flip each one of these. So that's going to be the in, and that's going to be the out. So we just need to do this for each one of these. And yeah, that should take care of that. We won't need that. We will need to get the sulfuric acid up here. So we're going to do this. I think I may be able to get, because you can see they're backing up a little bit right here. I think I might actually be able to get one more set on here. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. If I just copy this and paste it there, we're not going to need that. Actually getting low on sulfuric acid. My guess is that we're filling the, or at least we're getting low on the pressure of it. My guess is we're probably setting some down to the tank down here. Yeah, it's filling the tank. Alright. Which we may need to move this anyways and get more of that put in. I'm figuring we're going to. We haven't even started on the nuclear stuff yet. Alright, so I want to take all of this out of here, because the way I did this was just kind of a makeshift way of doing it at the moment. And I think I want to do it a little bit better here. No, not like that. We're gonna have this come. Yeah, I can't do that. I need it to be, yeah, over here. Can I get this out of the way in a way that it's not going to be... I could bring it down another one, but I don't know that that's really going to help anything. Let's see. Because basically what I want to do here is I want to have this run this way. And I want to have this like that so we can send another one up. And this would then go for this one here. But then I also need to have the copper come in. So I think what I need to do is just stop being dumb with the way I'm doing this, honestly. Just take all of that out of there. And let's just start these here. This little bit of room that I'm wasting isn't that big of a deal. I don't know why I just took those out of there. But if I just take all of these out of here, get rid of that, and then we just put them back in. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? I want to put them in over here. Like that. And then I can do this just the way I wanted to do it. So then we'll have this, and we're going to copy all of this, and we're going to put it right here, except that we're going to then switch these to the copper and these to the iron. Take that out of there, which then can move to here. We won't need that. We can have this come into there. And we'll just cover this up to there. Alright. And then I can have this go here. This is going to jump over that. Over that. And then it can come in here. That'll take care of the copper. And then we'll have the iron go in here. And then we'll have it jump over here and come up to this one. And then this one can come over, and it's going to be connecting to this one here. Can I move this up? Yeah, I can move this up one. So then we have that come here and go right on across. Like that. I do need to see if this is actually going to work or not. Having the two extras there. And we need to move this down so that can get in there. Put that in there. I must be missing a, yep, missing one of these. And I'd have to put it there, but I'd also need one like up here somewhere to connect to it. If I put that one there, it'll work. So we'll just do that. that in there, and we'll see if this will be making enough once we get this all connected back up. Run this down. Those. These. There we go. That takes care of all of that. And we need to switch all of these to iron, all of those to copper. Alright, so let's see if that's going to be enough, if it gets all the way to the other end. Yeah, that one's running a little shy, but not too bad. And we can't fit any more on the belt. That one is not running all the time. But that's the max we can fit on that belt. So that's about as much as we can do. And even if this one doesn't run full time, at least it's running part of the time. So that'll get us more of them out there. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this one. And we want to put it in yeah, it has to have the gap. So oops, why didn't that go in there? It should have gone in right there. So then we can take this, send it up to there, and that'll take care of getting our pipe in, which, yeah, that's not right. That's why that wasn't right. Let's just get rid of that. I forgot to have it do the twist. Yeah, it needs to go this way. That's better. And then we don't need that in there because we've got them up there on the top. So that'll take care of all of that. We still need to switch all of those. And what in the world? Oh, okay. This one's got a single one here. So yeah, it's the same amount, they just look weird. So that is a little messed up, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it being a little messed up. Alright, so there we go. So now we've got a little over twice of what we had. Everything's going. We've got a lot more batteries coming out now. It's still probably not enough, but we'll see. All right, so the next thing we're going to work on is, I think we're going to start changing our light oil here over to plastic production. We're going to crack it into petroleum gas because we just never have enough petroleum gas. This is like the one time we actually have more petroleum gas than benzol, and that's because I took out that other set, which we need to put back in for making plastic, because typically we don't have enough. But maybe with the other thing that we're going to be doing, maybe we can actually get more benzol made. So we'll see. And then if we do, we can put in more of these, which if we get more benzol, this will run more. And maybe we won't have to change this over. But basically, if you look at the fuel value of the solid fuel, it's 12. And if you look at the fuel value of the Coke, it's like 3. And I want this to use the coal Coke instead of the solid fuel as its main, but the coal Coke does not come in fast enough for it to keep all of these running. But there is something called, and I don't know, here it is. So coal Coke has a fuel value of 3, but there's a coal Coke pallet that has a fuel value of 18. So I want to set up a thing to turn coal Coke into pallets of coal Coke. And it looks like the recipe is 2 seconds of craft. So we're probably going to need a few of these to do it. But let's just put in, because we want to make sure we have an entire belt's worth. So we need to make sure we have enough of these. And we may actually need to put in an extra belt of the Coke. Let's see if we can get this made here. See if this is going to be enough. And if not, we'll have to work on that. So we're basically going to have, well, wait a minute. That's a yellow belt. That's a yellow belt. I still want to do this because it's going to give us more fuel value out of the coal Coke as well. Because we're only putting 5 in. 5 times 3 would be 15. And this is 3. But we're actually going to get 18 out of it. So we're still going to do it. But I think if we make that belt better, we get more out of, we get more throughput as well. So we're going to do this, because we're definitely going to need a ton of this coming through here. So I'm going to run 2 of these across here like this. And technically I won't need to change that other belt unless I put in more using it down there. Because this is enough to run on the solid can run. So if the solid can do it, this should be able to do it as well. And even more so. It's gonna look dumb, but it's fine. Alright, so we need to do this, that, this, that, and then we can just copy this part. Oh, you had to be a pain, didn't you? Because of the pole. Just don't be stupid. Move the pole down. There you go. How in the world am I out of fast inserters? It says I don't have any. Why would I not have any? What's the problem here? What's the holdup? We got plenty in there. It's inside build limit, but it's not inside bring me stuff limit, so maybe that's the problem. Alright, these need to I need to move these down to here. Alright, and then this is then going to take the place of this. Thought I picked up a few of those. Alright, so that'll now take the place of that. And so now we can come up here and we can turn this over so the input priority will be from the left instead of the right. So now it'll grab all of this, which you'll see that this is going to burn up way faster than what those do. And why in the world did those not get... Is this outside of... Ah, yeah, it is. Alright. We can put one right there. It would be on my road, but it'll work. So they can get those other two over there. I don't think we're going to need them now, because these were literally only for when we needed to get the coal coke in there. But you can see that it burns up pretty fast in there. But we should be getting through that coke and getting onto the pallets here rather soon, because that stuff burns up pretty quick. And then that means that we can actually start filling up this chest again. And this will only be going out to up here for our drilling fluid. And then we can send over whatever excess that we end up getting and having it turned into petroleum for making more plastic. And the good thing about this is that that means we're going to be using more of our coke, so then we will be able to make more benzol, because we've been having a big problem with filling up on coal coke for one, and for two, not being able to make benzol because we had too much coal coke. And I think because of the way that this is going to be uneven because of the way they get put in here, I think we're actually going to put in a chest right here, and there's no reason why I can't use one of these. And it wouldn't do any good, it's going to be full all the time anyways. But yeah, if I just do this, then that'll give us a place that it can get filled up in there, and then that'll keep that belt completely full as long as we have it in here. And during the daytime, this doesn't need to run quite as much. But you can see it's burning down a lot slower now because it's burning the pallet instead of the loose stuff. And that should work nicely. Drop all this back off. Excuse me. Into there. And we'll keep an eye on this and see how this does. But whenever it doesn't have enough, then the liquid fuel or the solid fuel can kick in. And I'll keep an eye on this and see how this does. And then it's going to be a little bit of a longer one today, but I want to get one more thing done. And that is, we never automated making the oil refineries. I want to get that done because we're going to be doing more oil refineries soon, I think. We're going to go ahead and put this up here, and oil refinery is here. And we need to get steel beam and copper beam in here. We have steel beam right here. We also need stone brick. We have pipes right here. So we just need to figure out how we want to get these things away from, where are these two going together at? Oh, they're going together way back over there. Okay. So I guess we could just take each one of them over there. We wouldn't really need to isolate them. Steel beam we do have here. We could just run this up. That would take care of the steel beam. And we have pipes right here. So we could just run them over. The extra iron isn't a big deal. Run that into there. got one of these. Let's just use one of those. So that'll take care of that and that. Then we just need the copper, which I'm thinking we're going to run off of here. And we can run that up through here. That'll take care of that part. We can get those thrown in there and out of my inventory. And then stone brick we have right here. So we can go ahead and pop that right on out. Over here, we have that one going one over, so move this over another one. And that'll take care of that. And then we can just copy this, put it in there. That'll take care of this part. We can change this to that. And we want this to maybe 10, not 20. I don't think we need 20 of them. But there we go. We now have oil refineries done. And I already set the electronic parts to come over to this area. They're just currently coming to this drop off right here. So next time we can start on looking at making those new bots. We have our heavy construction bots, which are fast construction bots with little internal batteries, best used for personal construction apparently. And then there's heavy cargo bots. Now wait a minute. Fast construction bot. A slow cargo bot capable of carrying a lot of items. Okay. So they're like completely the opposite of one another. These are fast construction bots with little internal batteries, best used for my personal use. But then these are heavy cargo bots for moving. They're slow, but they're capable of carrying a lot of items. They can carry 32, where this one, I think, cargo is 1 for those. So these would be more of a specialty bot that we would want for moving large amounts of things. Alright, so we're going to check both of these out. They're not really going to be a upgrade for all of our bots. But for certain things, we would definitely want them. So we'll check them out next time. Maybe we'll take a look at what this Spidertron dock is. I don't see me having spiderlings running all over the place, but maybe. But we'll get into that next time. And then I think our next thing is going to be to get our next research done. So I guess let's go ahead and hit that and get it started. So there we go, and that's going to unlock our advanced steel production, so we can finally change this over to molten steel, which is using our molten iron. when we actually start using that. And then we have a bunch of other things. One of the biggest ones is we can start making modules, and it's also going to lead to us getting our logistics system. We do have to get the computer core done first, but then we can get this done. And I like to have this before I start my reactors because of the way I do my reactor build. So that's what we're going to do in the next couple, is get the new bots checked out, and then we'll work on our science area over here and see if we can get the yellow computer age science done. So I will keep an eye on what's going on over here with our coke, see if we can actually get enough coal coke burnt up now that we can actually run our benzyl more often. See if that's going to keep us up with our plastic a bit better. See if we actually start building, which it looks like we already are, on petroleum. So I'll go ahead and put in another set of these back up here for the plastic, and we will go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.